So this drill bit, so 5/8 premium brad point from Lee Valley. It's an expensive bit. It cuts a very clean mortise. Only drilling mortises. I only use it for chair making. I don't use it for anything else. One of the components that are affected by the mortise, one is the surface quality of the mating parts. So you want the tenon to have a really nice smooth surface that's a consistent diameter and that matches as closely as possible diameter of the mortise, and you want the walls of the mortise to have a smooth surface. So this will give you that. This will give you a very clean walls inside that mortise. So very important part of getting a good joint.
One thing I'm seeing in the geometry of the bit is you have these really clear flat sections.
Yeah, this is called a lipped brad point because of these cutters on the side.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it does a wonderful job. It's worth every penny. And just don't use it for anything else. Now, here's the other thing. When you're putting this into the chuck, and tightening it, you want to progressively tighten the chuck all the way around, and you're doing this to keep from pushing the bit off center. Now, the other thing you'll see on here, so we've got I coated this part of the bit with whiteout, and then I drew a black line as a reference for depth, and we don't use depth stops at all in these chairs. There's one instance, but it's an odd situation. But in terms of drilling rung mortises into the legs, we never use a depth stop. And the depth is 1.25 inches. We're going to go to the bottom of this mark. When we hit that mark, we're done. And we'll check it as we go with that caliper. Mm-hmm. to get a sense of where on the mark we want to go. Particularly on the rear legs, we want those depths to be as close to 1.25 inches as we can possibly get them. Even a 1/16 off one way or another is going to affect that geometry of that rear panel assembly a lot.